Good morning, America. This is Dr. Turi. Today we are September the 14th, and we have some interesting news for you today. First of all, the star behind me is not evil, okay? It's not evil. It's not Illuminati. It's something that I found next door. Somebody trashed it, and because I'm an astrology deals with stars, I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna bring it home, put it on my wall, and I have to paint it black because my wall is white. So there is nothing hidden. There is no Illuminati. There is no evil behind the star. It's not a symbolic evil message. Okay, it's just a beautiful star that represents pretty much who I am, Dr. Turi, a beautiful man. And I'm going to be called egocentric just because I said that. All right. Now, this being said, we're going to go and kind of elaborate on some of the news, again, on the provided link that you have to go and click on it because I can only explain so much, and I'm dedicating 2 windows today. We are still under that uranic, shocking, explosive, aeronautics, NASA window. A lot of shocking, unusual news are taking place, but we are really, really fastly moving towards one of the SOS Platonic deadly windows. And to those of you who have been following me for a while now, you know that is the best. That is the red carpet, the golden door offered to the reptilians because it is coming from directly from their base or the planet Pluto. So, this being said, let's investigate some of those original, mind-boggling, surprising, shocking news that are taking place during this window. And again, for those who just joined me, I am using Nostradamus 16 Divine Astrology. I'm not using Modern Astrology, which finish and start on your horoscope newspaper that are posted on, Google or Facebook or whatever. So, Nostradamus 16th century divine mythology is very, very accurate. And if you are interested in learning, you can go to, you can join the Cosmic Code, become a VIP, and from there you can start your cosmic education by taking on one of the 16 MP3 files that are available for any of my VIPs to learn and understand God cosmic design. All right, now, photographer captures stunning phenomenon behind the plane. Again, I picked up that one because the word stunning is part of the keywords that represent the news that are unfolding in front of your very eyes. So if you scientifically explain, it's probably a mixture of gas, air, the sunset, obviously, definitely pollution. So that's kind of a type of pictures that you can only expect during those windows. This is why I'm always telling you, wait for a uranic window. When you see the word UFO, that's where you want to go in the desert. Okay, and hopefully you are under one of your positive cosmic biorhythm and you're going to attract the draconics, not the reptilians. So you got to be careful if you decide to go and hunt for UFOs. Without a UFO talisman, I wouldn't even dare to do it. So basically, now you have the proof. As I always said to you, that during those windows, anything extraordinary can happen and will happen if you know that the extraterrestrials are using those cosmic winds to enter our dense physical world. So when you start to see things are a bit original, shocking, unusual, those uranic winds are in effect. So make the most of it, get out with your camera and do like this photographer did by captivating a stunning video. Stunning pictures. Okay. An asteroid larger than some of the world's tallest buildings will zip by Earth today. Again, now we are talking about cosmic phenomena, talking about NASA, we are talking about news from the universe. I mean, how more precise can I be in translating those cosmic winds for you pretty much on a daily basis now? I'm sure you'll pick it up slowly but surely. So there is also an omen behind any cosmic phenomenon. Last time when I say be ready of that cosmic phenomenon that we have experienced, the next thing you know, Dorian came and destroyed the Bahamas literally and killed thousands of people, which we do not know just yet because it's such a mess up there. So be ready. The omen is pretty obvious. There is no accident in my work. 911 newborn stun delivery doctors. Well, she stuns those delivery doctors because she was born at 911. Well, that is shocking, but what is it behind? It looks like if that newborn decided to come back, she's a victim of 911, that soul decided to come back and wanted to give a very specific message that she was part of the victims that took place in 911. What really, really pisses me off is when you have all this talking head out there, unconscious reptilians infected that says 911 was staged, or Sandy Hook was staged. This is insane, you know. The blood was real, the pain was real, those planes hit those towers, okay? So I don't know, to me, logically, for someone to actually believe that the Queen of England or any famous people in power is turning into a lizard, for me to believe that, it's impossible. You have to pay me to be that stupid, and a lot of money. So, as I said earlier, the reptilian effect is very real, but it's a psychical effect, and no one is immune. In fact, every human being on this planet from all walks of life, rich and poor, educated or not, smart or not, rich or poor, doesn't matter. We are all under the jurisdiction of those entities. Okay? So understand what I was saying here. So that's kind of good news. And I use the word stunning, and then the newborn stuns delivery doctors. There you go. Solid gold toilet stolen from Banheim Palace. That is shocking. I mean, imagine that, going and take a look under a solid gold toilet. How do you feel? To me, it's the same thing. You know, take a look behind a tree on a gold toilet. You know, it feels good. But I just can't believe that people have so much money, and to tell you what they do with that money, it just solid gold toilet, man. I don't know. I just can't understand. I would use that money for something so much more productive. You know, like helping the kids, educating destitute people that you see in the street, those homeless people, helping a young mother who has a couple of kids and the husband is in jail full of drugs, criminal. I would certainly not spend the money on a solid gold toilet to take a lick. But, well, maybe if I win the lottery. Oh my God, this is too much. See the world you're living in? Some people have too much money and some people don't have enough. Where's justice? Where's balance? Some people are born with 10 gold spoons in their mouth. That wasn't me. When I came here, I only had $50 in my pocket and I had to fight all the way up, and I was homeless and I lived in my car for 3 months. It made me tougher, stronger, wiser. If I had licked all my younger year in a solid gold toilet, I don't know what type of Dr. Turi you would have talking to you today. Probably the replica of Trump. All right, let's move on. Couple file for divorce after fertility clinic sperms mixed up. That is shocking. Huh? I would be pissed off too, you know. But anyway, this is life. You know, this is life. Mixed up happen all the time. But pretty much like those mothers who love their kids, leaving the kids to die in their cars because their mind is not there, or their subconscious is that, you know, telling otherwise, forget about this, don't do that. My gosh, there is so much complexity involved in the human mind, and how we are responding to the universal mind. There is so much education at such a high spiritual level that is needed in our college universities. Yet we are not allowed there because we're losers. Oh, well, this is what it is. A fighter jet fired a rocket into the Arizona desert. It wasn't supposed to. I don't think it was supposed to do that. Imagine that. I go in there with my wife looking for some ETs on the right time with my camera. The next thing I know, we both blew up in flame. Boom! That's not going to happen to us. You know why? Because I would never take my wife or myself to the desert not without checking my cosmic biorhythm. I want to know if I'm on the waxing side or the waning side. I want to know if I'm going to be at the right time, at the right place, or the wrong place, or the wrong time, and then blow up because an idiot just fired a rocket either by accident or mixed up technology, all stimulated by the reptilians. Believe me, they are using technology to kill. Okay, Air Force shows off test of 6,599 mile per hour hypersonic sled. Wow, talking about technology. Okay, now what do you think that hypersonic sled will be used for? To throw tennis ball on the court? Or maybe to throw some new weapons? Amazing how the reptilians are stimulating the mind of all those scientists to create more and more deadly gadgets out there. Where is that going to take us? You don't want to know. You just don't want to know. Plane crash landing nearly takes out airport employee. This guy was definitely under one of his 2019 positive cosmic biorhythm. That's why he's still alive today. Because again, my window mentioned shocking news, explosions, surprise, and I don't think these guys knew that a plane was going to crash next to his butt. So he got lucky. Thanks God the Draconis was taking care of his day for him. Photo of dogs carrying bags of food goes viral. Here you go again. I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, I can take pictures or video of a lady, my little doggy, when I throw a ball, she comes back and she kick it. And she literally kick it like a soccer girl, soccer guy. She kick it. I'm having a blast with that, but I keep that for me, okay? I already have videos of my dogs, and they got millions of hits. And those videos, I could save lives. I went nowhere. Go figure. I'm dealing with a stupid world. They'd rather go and look at the dog carrying bags of food. It doesn't need, because they don't have to use their eyeball. They're just looking at it. It's fun. But I understand it because I probably would enjoy too, or looking at it. But there is no values. There is nothing behind it that can really serve or benefit you in terms of understanding the face and the tools of God, or the cosmic code design for that matter. All right, police launch a search for a reported plane crash. It turned out to be a meteor. Go figure again. It's a plane crash or it's a meteor. Chances are it's none of those. Chances are, as I said many times, when you see those meteor, science use their 5 logical, rational senses. Okay, their human sense is very limited. Oh, it's a meteor. Oh, it's a whatever. It's a plane. Okay, no, it's one of the ship that is being destroyed by the Draconis because those reptilian scouts are much too close. So they got to find a way to destroy them before they do something nasty to us. Who is going to accept such far-fetched news? Who is going to accept this type of news from a weirdo? Now, again, that's what it is. That's what Draco tells me. And I've learned to trust the guy, believe me, or that ET that I work with. Okay, Taylor and Isia Greenjohn's wedding, they surprised their guests with the choreographic flash. Those 2 gay guys got married, and then they keep it a secret at the very last moment. They surprised everybody. So all their guests, any of their guests who had read my forecast would have been prepared for a surprise. and would have said, damn, Dr. Turi was right. He said to be ready for a surprise. Look at this beautiful choreography. Thanks to the Draconis. Sometimes I wonder, what else do I have to come up with to make you aware that those cosmic winds currently are about shocking news and surprise, but we are really, really fast moving into that SOS to the world, the Platonic deadly window, that golden doors to the reptilians, which are going to kill a lot of people and stimulate the weather. Humans are weaponizing the weather. Everybody heard of HAARP, okay? But in many, many instances, it is the reptilians that are stimulating those cosmic winds. The excuses are, well, it's the weather change, it's climate change, it's logical, it's rational, but it's all stimulated by the reptilians who have metals or scientists to create this technology that is poisoning Mother Earth. And instead of investing in reforesting the world, no, now you go and see the news with President Trump. You can go and deforest everything on the planet as long as you bring money, greed, and power. Elect me, I'm the best. Get tons of money. Doesn't matter if your children in 50 years from now won't be able to breathe and we all die. Oh wow, that's sad. So this window now coming up is the Platonic window. Is all about death, drama, natural disaster. Hopefully no bad earthquakes gonna hit California, but as I told you many times, the exodus in California is not if but when, and it will be during one of my SOS to the world deadly window. You heard me, so be prepared. Remember, we had that that asteroid that's going to come by Earth tomorrow. So be prepared. When that window is going to get stronger. The date for the SOS to the world deadly window, I believe, is on the 17th. And remember, I gave those dates on pretty much all my radio shows. So if you take the time to listen to my last 2 radio shows, you will see the dates given well before the Dorian was birthed, so to speak. All right, so let's see. Trump confirms Osama bin Laden's son Hamza was killed in a U.S. counterterrorism operation. So now we are talking about terrorism, we are talking about explosion, and that is a shocking news for a lot of people who was worried about the legacy of Osama bin Laden's son. Okay. So now it is not more, which is good news, because you have to remember Osama bin Laden was picked by the reptilians to lead a bunch of religiously infected people to kill other people because they don't have the same belief system. And then there is also all sorts of political use and abuse coming from the US for or against the US. I don't want to go into the details. I don't want to upset anybody. My work has nothing to do with politics. I'm just translating cosmic winds for your advantage. So that tells me that this window is going to be nasty, and it's already now void of course. Void of course means in between, you know, the day and the night, in between. So we are moving from the shocking, explosive, shocking news towards the deadly, dramatic news that will always involve the police and terrorism. So let's hope no terrorism. Let's hope not a crazy sucker again is going to go there and start to kill everybody with a machine gun or a bomb or God knows what, because it's in the air now. You heard me. So be cautious and please share my work. Okay, Yemen Houthi rebels claim a large-scale drone attack on Saudi oil facility. I mean, you're talking about terrorism. It's not just in the United States, it's all over the world. So that explosion, terrorism, shocking, maybe, but what you can see is more of that Platonic, deadly, cosmic wind that are now going to curse all of us. So be careful what you do. Be careful what you say. Be careful where you go. Do not trust anybody and stay clear from a large gathering. You heard it? That's an omen. Bang! Pay attention. There is no accident. And the future as it will always prove me right. You see when I post the results. Okay, gunman is on the run after Seattle shooting, leaves 1 dead and 2 injured. Again, that if that is not terrorism, I don't know what is terrorism. Okay, so I'm warning you, it's already on the works. The reptilians are there in their favorite cosmic deadly winds, and you can easily be part of the statistic if you're not paying attention to what I'm saying to you. New York Attorney General exposed $1 billion in wire transfers by Sackler family. Secret to light, you know, supreme wealth. There you go. That window is definitely coming in. It's going to get stronger. Teenagers who told staff about his allergy died after eating burger. Sad enough. How that's the teen. We understand that is the energy, that unique window that takes teens and kids and affect children. However, these kids should not have died because he told the staff about his allergies. But anyway, that's how it is. There's nothing that you can do sometime during one of these windows, and your negative cosmic biorhythm, you're a goner. It's just the way it is. Tropical storm Humberto expected to become a hurricane after leaving Bahamas. There you go. So not only did I give the timing for Dorian exactly on radio, okay, my books, on my YouTube videos, but now I am giving you the tropical storm Humberto timing to hit the Bahamas for the second time. So it's not only Dorian, but also Humberto, well before those weather-like hurricane birthed into the Atlantic Oceans. I gave you the timing. And that is much better than what NOAA, NASA, USGS, or the Seismology Institute in Pasadena, California can do. And when I give them those dates of earthquakes, and I warn the FBI and everybody, they're all laughing at me. Pay attention. Ohio daycare worker charged after 5-year-old endure extreme bullying. Jesus. Did you watch that video? I didn't watch it, but just by reading this makes me sick. Secret to light. You know, the reptilians will just hijack your mind, your body, your soul, your thoughts, and make you do stupid things like hanging that freaking kid. Like, how can you do that to a 5-year-old? Nothing compared to what happened to me, you know, when I was a child. When in 1960, 61, 62, I was 10, 11 years old. I was ADD or ADHD is not a disorder, it's a gift. You're not supposed to read the book and regurgitate the book. You're supposed to challenge the codification of thought and rewrite the books. That's why I write books, and I never ever took a lesson in English or typing. Okay, so that's gift. So when I was ADD, I have so much physical and intellectual and mental energy that I can't stay still. It's like right now, I'm having a difficulty just to stay still, even though that I have painkiller to kill the pain in my back, in my hip. I'm still finding it very hard not to move. That's why being having such an accelerated metabolism, I regenerate much faster. That's why I'm nearly 70 years old. People sometimes think I'm 45 or I'm 50 or 60, but they would not even think that I'm close to 70. Because that's the beauty of having that such a hyper energy, because you regenerate faster. You have two lives in one, literally, pretty much like Trump. Trump is also an ADD, he's a Gemini. That's why he doesn't look his age, and he's can handle all the shit that's going to him every single day. He's able to do that. So, to punish me, what they used to do, those bastards, okay, excuse my French, they used to put me under their desk, and then after half an hour, you know, stuck between these guys, knees, feet, and the wall, behind the desk, if I move a little bit to get some blood circulation, it would go, oh, he'd kick as hard as he could, and wherever that knee or that foot would go would hurt me, and I was screaming, how? And then after a while, if that sometimes was not enough, he says, okay, come here, Louis, why do you amuse the class? Why can you say still, this sucker? He was supposed to teach, you know, better than me. He was an idiot. Okay, he used to ask me to put my hand like this, okay, and he used to use a ruler and beat the shit out of me, and my finger were black to the point where I couldn't write, and I used to go home and cry. And my mom, my dad, so that, what the hell is this? So most of the time, you know, during those days, discipline was so hard. At the beginning, my dad said, you deserve it. My mom, you deserve it. Because they knew I was handful since I was born. I was very handful, too much energy. I couldn't control it. So after that, my stepfather went and said, hey, we went to knock on the door of this guy. He never opened the door because my stepfather is a big guy. I beat the shit out of him. So he was very scared. But during those days, you didn't call the police. You didn't do nothing. It's just the way it is. And I remember another time I was sent to Mr. Plania. I will never forget this guy. Any kid that was bad or like me, he used to lift him up by the cheek. Imagine how hard that is and how terrible that is, being left by your cheek right here. And then one day, I remember I was sent from one class to the other one, and they usually sent the unruly kids like me to different teachers who have a bad rep for being really, really hard with kids. So I was very often I was sent to Mr. Plan, so to speak. So as soon as I walk in front of the class, he says, come here. And he had this, like, I don't know how long, 5-6 feet long, thick ruler like this. And I was in front of him, and he got that ruler going all the way down from his hand. And he said, don't move. I didn't move. And he went, bong, and knocked me in the head like this. Believe me, I saw the stars when I was only 14 years old. Well, before I could discuss the stars, I saw the stars in real, in colors. And then worst of the worst, the schoolmaster, this bastard that if you read my book, Beyond the Secret, you're going to see what I went through, man, from hell to heaven. It's unbelievable. So, now you're going to go and see Mr. Sayre. He was a schoolmaster. So as soon as I walk in, they say, Louis, you again, huh? He was fed up of seeing me all the time. He never understood that I was an entity. So the first thing he did is to make sure he closed the curtain so nobody could see outside or hear me or whatever it is. And then he went close to me and he says, close your eyes. Close my eyes, and I knew exactly what was coming. And as hard as he could, this 50, 60-year-old bastard smacked the hell out of me, and I passed out. Then I woke up, I don't know when, later on. Well, what happened? Oh, that hurt. And now you're talking about, hanging kids from their feet. That's why I'm so upset about it, because I know the abuse I had to go through. And as I said, during those days, you didn't call the police. And then teachers were no scared, because in my little village, there was no gang. They say, oh, we're going to get you. So all I had to do is to take my own revenge. I used to take a screwdriver, and I knew the car he was driving and go around it a dozen times. Because, I had to take my revenge. Yeah, that was bad. I was bad because I was hurt. And then they said to me, well, Louis, you're going to go to Mr. Clapp. Mr. Clapp was the English teacher. As I walk in, he says, hey, look at the class. Look at Louis. You see Louis? He will never speak English in his life. He will never do anything of his life. He's a loser in front of everybody. And I was already behind him when he was talking to me. I was going like this behind his head. And making all the class laughing again. Man, you see, all those guys were wrong. Okay, so if you have a child which is ADD or ADHD like me, do not slow him down. Don't turn this child into a zombie by giving him medication or try to slow him down because you want to spend more time on Facebook. Or let him grow. Let it bloom like I did. I had enough beautiful sun, beautiful light, beautiful everything to be able to become what I became. So I'm asking you, if you have a child which is like me, just don't slow him down. Let God, cosmic design, take care of that child, like the universe and the cosmic code, and God took care of me. Okay, so that we're different. So take it, understand it, and don't slow it down. Let it go. You have no idea where this kid can be led. Remember, Einstein was also ADD. All right. Now, his condition worsened as his family sought of a donor. Then a nurse stepped up. That's beautiful. That's the Draconis. Absolutely marvelous that this nurse actually This nurse actually decided to do such a beautiful act for this kid. That show you care, that show dignity. That's beautiful. All right, so let's see. Now, if you click on the link of that newsletter, there's two. There's the old one, and then there's the new one. The new one, which you should click, you're going to read, sorry, your IP address, and I put my IP address, has been banned from Godlike Production website. Can you believe that? Oh, it's been only 3 weeks since I post my warning there. And I engage no one, because I know if I start to speak about all these losers who wants to meet to die on the stake, those religious fanatics, those idiots, I know it would be bad news for me, because I have learned not to answer those crétins, okay, those dancers. So I was fired again from another popular website. Okay. Indeed, my reptilious infected internet enemies are much more active than all my supporters, for sure. Yet, all I'm doing is teaching, helping, and warning those who can make a good use of my cosmic work. Now, there are millions of people out there from all walks of life who benefit from a very wide platform, and they reach the public on a daily basis. None of those people has ever warned the world about another coming tragedy, okay, that is about to kill a lot of people, okay, and change the lives drastically to so many people. So many human beings are going to suffer this upcoming SOS to the world deadly window. And then again, as I said earlier, when you see famous talking head all over the place that denying the reality of 9/11, that deny that Sandy Hook happened, it all was staged, and notorious people again turn into lizards. Oh my gosh. Only a non-cosmic conscious, reptilious, infected soul would come up with such idiotic nonsense and still be allowed to infect more of these oblivious followers. Now you have the link. Alex John, psychosis, David Icke, reptilians made me believe Sandy Hook was staged. So basically click on those links and educate yourself, support my missions, because you know what? All those infected slaves who are removing me are not actually doing pretty good for the sake of humanity's future and for your own children. This is why it's important for you, to back me up. It's important for you to talk about what I do. And don't worry about being thought a ridiculous idiot or going to hell, because you're already on hell in your ignorance or your fears, for that matter. So work with me. Let's beat those reptilians. All you got to do is to be positive. You have the opportunity. Positive, negative. Remember, up and down, black and white, two eyes, two arms, two legs, two sides of the brain. You are connected with the universal mind. Your mind is nothing else than the computer reacting to an outside stimuli produced by the universal mind, which is stimulated and which is manipulated by the reptilians, who are all cosmic conscious. So if humanity becomes cosmic conscious and understand Jesus' initial cosmic ministry or God's cosmic design and how he speaks to us through the sign, chances are those entities will not be able to feed anymore on the human race. So it's either the dog's going to die because too many fleas are on his back and they're going to suck his life and his last drop of blood, or we fight, and we fight by using the same psychical tools. Do not follow people that do not give you logical explanation to what's going on. Okay? Do not follow people who are promising the end of the world and there is no hopes. Do not follow people who tell you the government is going to put you in concentration camp and you should trust nobody. And do not believe in people that tells you the famous people turn into lizards, because you have to be totally insane to be led to believe such idiocy. Remember, there is only a very, very thin air between divine cosmic information and pure imagination. And all I can do is to feed you with something that is different. We are not doomed, regardless of the state of this world. There is no big meteorite that's going to crash on Earth and destroy us. Okay? There is much more about the moon than being a UFO base or being hollow. There is much more. That's why I do conferences, UFO conferences, various conferences all over, so I can educate you and help you to adopt a more positive thinking process. Remember, the future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thought. You have been made in the image of God. You like it or not, you know it or not, you have the essence of creation within your own mental process. Don't let the reptilians infect your mind by losing hope, getting depressed, seeking refuge with legal or illegal drugs, pot or drinking. Do not do that to yourself. Okay? Remember, it's either you unplug yourself and you let the reptilians suck your life away, or you plug yourself into the forces of the sun, induced by the Draconis, will help you and help me to promote more of this beautiful truth. We are not doomed. Luckily for us, the Galactic Federation of Grand Cosmic Order has also told the Draconis to interfere at the very last second if things get out of order. So understand that, pass it on, and then help me to fight the reptilian negative thought process with a more productive, a more positive, a more faithful energy. And it's all conducted by God himself, the light. Remember, knowledge is power, ignorance is wisdom. A lot of people who have a lot of position out there to stimulate people the wrong way are doing the wrong thing because they are infected. That's what the reptilians do. They help people to get position of power so they can all at the same time stimulate us to degenerate. So help me, and then we finish by saying to you, God bless you. We'll see you again sometime. Bye-bye.